Hi guys, welcome back. I think this is video number 34, I think, at this stage. We've done a lot of chicken dish in that, and that's basically because I had chicken in when I started doing these before we went into self-isolation. So that's why it's a good few chicken dishes. We've done one or two kind of, we've done the minced dish as well. We think 6 or 7 of them videos up, whatever, okay? But people like a bit of steak and everything else. I've been asked to do this by people who have had it from me when I worked in Mayo, when I worked up until there. And people here in Donegal, this isn't about promoting myself or what I can do. What I'm doing is basic food that you have at home that you can relate to, and that involving the kids and your waste is minimal. But this we do in the restaurant. We call it Bangkok beef. People ask me to do it. I'm not too comfortable doing it, to be honest, because we flash fry the beef at a very hot temperature first in oil, so you won't have that equipment at home and everything else. So I've adapted it to show you how you can do it at home. Be extremely careful with it. It is extremely tasty, and it's a great way of stretching out. I have a small steak there, maybe about 5-6 ounces. I have another half bit there, about 3 ounces. So you've about 8 ounces of steak there altogether. I'm just trimming off the excess fat on whatever is on it. Get the butcher to that if you want. So we don't need any of that. Okay, now if you have a stock pot going for your gravy or anything else, you can bang that into it and it'll be very, very tasty. I bought the steaks this size because I'm cutting them myself, but if you're buying this if you're buying for this dish in the butcher's, actually butcher's cut them fairly thin for you, and you can even get them, strip them up now there as well. I'll check out that bit of sinew that's there. This is a hugely popular dish here. It's actually a starter on our thing because it's so tasty. You will only eat a small amount of it. You're not going to have a big wad of vegetables with this here because you have your veg all in it. And if you have a few chips on the side, great. Most people that ask for it here, they might ask for chips, might have a bit of rice with it, or if you have some noodles left over from the dish we done earlier. Just keep it in your cold room. Don't throw it out. Keep it in your cold room. It'll keep for 2 or 3 days in your fridge, covered in cling film. Just take it out, bang it in your microwave for about a minute and a half, and you have lovely hot noodles. The sauce and flavour and it all is in there already. But if you have a few chips with this or whatever, and everyone loves it, you make it as hot and as spicy as you want to make it, okay? And it kind of satisfies you're missing your little Asian kick from their Thai restaurant or whatever. This is a good way of filling up. So basically about 8 ounces of steak there, cut thin, and just cut it into long strips, just like that. That's all to that, okay? Now, I have some gluten-free flour here, just flour in a bowl like that. Into that I'm putting a little bit of paprika, smoked paprika. If you don't have it, ordinary paprika is fine. Okay, a little bit of salt and a little bit of cracked black pepper. I kind of mix all that, just toss all that around like that and dump in your meat into it and mix it all up. Now we do this here in a very hot fryer, and then we just, to seal it, to make it nice and crispy. This dish, your meat is crispy. Now this gluten-free flour, if you don't want to seal it now, ordinary flour is fine. And just put it in like that, toss it, shake off the excess, kind of keep it to one side, like that, and keep your flour over the other side. Okay, so that's your meat ready, less than a minute, that's done. And then over here, I'll just show you this, is all our vegetables. I have some onion, I have some peppers, I have some courgette, I have carrot, I have garlic, and there's a few chilies there as well. Why have I all that veg in there? Because I have them in my cold room. I'm using them up and not wasting anything. You don't need to go out and buy extra vegetables for this. It's use up whatever's just there. It's incredibly tasty dish. I've had about 40 requests for it from different people. So I'll move over to the cooker now and show you exactly what we'll do. Okay guys, welcome back there. Okay, if you have a fat fryer at home, get it out and use it. Most people don't have a fat fryer anymore, and look at sign the times, we've air fryers now and everything else, and we all had to get them and everything else. Now, the way the world has gone at the minute, these things aren't that important anymore. What's important is to be able to cook, and cook freshly and cook properly, okay? So I have my flour and my meat and my flour here. I have oil on here, okay? I have about 2 cups oil in the bottom of the thing. So this is going to replicate our fryer type thing. It's going to make the beef crispy. If you don't want to do this, you can put your beef straight in without the flour. It'll make it like a beef stir fry, okay? But I'm going to do this, and I'm going to drain it off onto some paper towel, and I'm going to empty the oil out then and leave it to one side in a metal container, not a plastic container, and leave it out to one side. When it goes cold, you can reuse it again, put it into a squeezy bottle, put it into a jug, okay? So basically, keep your fingers well up and just drop that in. You can see it there sizzling up. Tell the kids to go in and check on Grandad at this stage. You don't want them around a hot pan or a wok. That's all to that. So basically, you need to get it up to about 180 degrees. And it's up 180 degrees. In with it to go. Keep your hands well back. You can see that there coming up nicely. I just want to get it nice and crispy. We put this into a kind of a big fryer here, okay, so it's crispy within, you know, about 30 seconds. It'll take a bit longer than this, so you can see it's coming up nicely there together. You can get the smell of the smoked paprika rising. Okay, it's in there now about a minute. You see how it's getting nice and brown and that. Okay, so all I'm going to do with that is hold it up, if you have the tongs at home, hold it up onto a paper towel, flatten it out so it dries off all the oil. Not everyone's going to try this dish. It is simple to do, and the flavours are amazing. And once you had it once, you said, Jesus, I'll have that again. There's only 8 ounces of beef in it, but there's enough here to feed 2 or 3 people, okay? That's all the meat out of that. So all I'm going to do is empty it into a metal pot, metal container here. Okay, leave a small bit of oil back in it. Okay, so letting that come back up to temperature there again. Our beef is more or less cooked because it's in strips and everything else. So the wok is on back here again. All the vegetables we cut up a few minutes ago, straight in there. Okay, we get that in shake up. Again, colours are amazing. Okay, our beef is here and it's kind of dried off in the paper towel and that, okay? So I'm just banging that all back in again like that. Okay, into this we put whatever you want. I have some Chinese spice here. You have that kind of Asian flavour. I'm putting in a little bit of cracked black pepper. I'm putting in a bit of sea salt. Don't put in too much sea salt again because there's soy sauce going into it. I put in a little bit of Cajun. You know, you might have different spices at home. Try them. You know, you don't know how it's going to turn out. You might discover a new master dish. Okay, flavours are incredible. Smells are incredible. You want some chilies in there. You see how fast that was to make. Everything was cut up in less than a minute. My beef was cooked in less than a minute. That's in there about 2 minutes now. Everything is in the pan there together. So into that I'm putting a good squeeze of about 1/3 of a cup of chilli sauce and about 1/4 cup of soy sauce. So guys, basically that's our Bangkok beef. Tasty out. As you can see, vibrant colours, crunchy vegetables. You know, it's no waste, done in less than 10 minutes. And just be careful when you're cooking the beef. Make sure there's no kids around, make sure there's no handle hanging out over the cooker. And you know, you will love it. I'll place it up now. What we would do here, we put into little leaves of lettuce. I have only iceberg here, so I'm going to just put it up in one of them for you, and you can see it plated up. So guys, we're over here just to plate up, okay? So basically I just half a head of iceberg lettuce, like that. I just pull off the outer leaves. I put that into my bowl like that. That's just for a presentation, to make it feel, you know, a bit different. You're getting a few greens in there. And then you just get your beef and your vegetables. It does taste amazing. You won't want anything with it. Glass of red maybe, because of the height of it. Okay. as you can see, lovely, lovely portion. Sometimes with that you serve maybe a bowl of rice on the side or a few chips on the side. Well, just before I plate it up, sometimes I like to put in a handful of peanuts. Very, very tasty. I have sesames here. If you have them at home, if you have got mixed seeds at home, you can sprinkle a few on top. It just gives a bit of an effect. And you know, so there we have Bangkok beef. It's a beef dish. There's a steak and a half in it. You know, we've a portion there, and I have another 3 portions. So you have 4 portions out of your 8 ounces of steak. Okay, nutritious, filling, everything fresh. Enjoy, guys.